So in this video, I'm going to try to help you complete the first assignment for the class project, which is related to the business model canvas. And this is for the blockchain alternative. You can find all information related to the Lean Startup project. If you go to the modules under the course, I have all of that information linked here in Lean Startup's project. You can also find it under assignments, individual assignments. We're working on the first assignment, which is the BMC assignment. So I'm just going to click on this. Here it has the information that you've already read. Gives the instructions for the original assignment, but then here's the COVID project alternative, which is focused on blockchain. So some more instructions here of what you can choose. And then first assignment is this business model canvas and get out of the building plan for the blockchain project. So you're going to click on that. I have it in the same assignment portal, so you can see the instructions for the regular project. For both projects, you're going to fill out a BMC, but for the blockchain alternative, that BMC is going to be related to the blockchain project that you're looking at. Then you have a few different instructions, which I'm going to go over. I have created a document here that is a Google Doc that you should be able to access, and it has all the rubrics related to each of the 4 assignments related to the class project. So you just scroll down. Here's the rubric and instructions for the first one, which is the BMC and get out of the building plan. So you're going to fill out the BMC based on the blockchain project, and then that's it, page 1. And I'll go over that. And then in page 2, you're going to estimate how well you think this blockchain project will grow. So this is kind of a measure of market acceptance, whether there is a good product market fit. So you're going to estimate how much do you think the market cap for this project will grow by week 15. And then you're going to compare that to the growth of Bitcoin. So you're going to take that market cap growth divided by how much you think Bitcoin will grow by that time. So you get another estimate, And then you're going to provide an explanation for this. And of course, there's a lot of information that you don't know. So you're going to list the sources that you used along with some of the notes that you have. And then this is a low-stake assignment. It's just worth 20 points based on the BMC, how well you support the market growth, and that you have good sources, at least 4, and explain how they're useful, and then it's just easy to read. Okay? So I'll give you an example here that I worked on for a project that is called Ripple, and the token is called XRP. So I filled out the BMC for this project. We always start with the value proposition. The idea is that this token, XRP, people call it Ripple, it will help to reduce the cost of international money transfers. So if you want to transfer money, let's just say from bank to bank across borders, but also for remittances. And it will also increase speed. So reduce the cost and increase the speed of international money transfers. Very clear 2 value propositions. And of course, the customer segments that they're targeting are people that are sending money. So those could be immigrants with family in their home country, businesses with locations in multiple countries. Those are the 2 customer segments. How do they reach those customer segments, get them to adopt their solution? Well, they have to do personal selling to banks because they have these relationships with banks. So they have to have banks adopt their system in order for it to work. They do a lot of work on social media to help grow the XRP community. They have conferences where they talk about this and get people hyped. And then there's these people that invest in the tokens, in XRP tokens, and they're kind of like evangelists. So they reach out to them, and that's important. How do they get their tokens to people? Well, they use crypto brokerages like Coinbase or Binance, Kraken. These are brokerages where you can get the tokens. And they also use crypto markets that are just peer-to-peer like Uniswap and other markets like that. What do they actually do? The activities, they record transactions to a blockchain. They develop new security features. They're always updating stuff and creating new bank relationships. What are their resources? Well, they have this distributed ledger system. So each distributed ledger system is a little bit different. That is what is the blockchain. And they also have connections to banks, which is really important for them to work. Their key partners are banks, Government, that's really important because the government needs to at least allow things to happen. And I'll mention later in the sources that this is a real issue for XRP or for Ripple. They have a lawsuit from the SEC, which is, very important. And then there's remittance companies like MoneyGram that they already have relationships with that really make the adoption of their token really grow. One thing that's interesting about this system is many of the blockchain projects that you're looking at are decentralized, and maybe there's a foundation that's in charge of controlling the infrastructure and stuff, but no one really owns everything. It's decentralized. But in this case, XRP is owned. All of the tokens were originally owned by Ripple, and then they sold them off into the market. And this is one of the problems that the SEC has with the company. So they're more centralized. Ripple develops the software. It's a little bit hard to understand what the exact costs are there, but software development and marketing are their major costs. And then how do they make money? Well, they charge a small transaction fee per transaction. They sell additional XRP tokens, so they sell these to the market, and it's kind of like selling shares almost. And then they also trade these tokens. So this is what I have learned about XRP, and I've done this research just like you would do to be able to give you an example here. I'll show you the next page here. So this page here is presented in this order, but actually kind of the process of doing this is kind of backwards to what is shown in the paper. So how did I get this information? Well, I actually went to a bunch of sources and I started reading about XRP and Ripple, and I had to Google things to try to figure it out. I've given, I think, 9 sources here. So you could start here and then fill in the rest of the stuff as you go, but it just kind of looks nicer to show the BMC first and then the market size and then put the sources at the end. It's just kind of a typical format, but the actual process, first you need to search on this stuff. You don't really know. So I searched, how does XRP make money? These are the things that I put into Google. Why is XRP good? So that helps me to fill in the value proposition. I searched, who buys XRP, and some of this customer segment and value proposition came with the same stuff. I searched, what does Ripple do for revenue? I put, how does Ripple make money? What are the costs related to XRP for activities? What does Ripple do? Questions like that. And with questions like that, then I was able to get these sources that I thought were kind of interesting. And then I just wrote down notes of what I learned from each of those sources. You're just doing research, then you're able to fill out the BMC, and then you have some estimate. And I'm just asking for an estimate. Do you think this is going to grow? Basically, because of this SEC lawsuit, I don't think Ripple is going to grow. So I put that they're going to probably, the price is probably going to go down over the next 15 weeks. I'm not sure. It's very uncertain. So it could go up depending on if the SEC wins the case or not. And then relative to Bitcoin, so if I think Ripple is going to go down 5% and Ripple is going to go up 50%, I can divide those two numbers and then I get a number here. So the fun thing is that if those that are the closest on these numbers at the end of the semester, you get a little bit of extra credit. It's just kind of a fun way of trying to predict what's going to happen with these things. So that's how you fill out this thing. It's a low stakes assignment. I will make this document so that you can access it, so that you can work from it. One thing I will tell you, it took me a while to figure this out, but I put this image into Google Docs, and the way that you have to edit is you have to put the image in and then double click on it, then that brings it up, and then you can edit it. And then you save and close. So I'll let you use this as a template if you'd like. That's it. Good luck with this. This is going to be really fun. I think you'll learn a lot and be way ahead of the curve while you're learning about the Lean Startup methodology at the same time.